Everyone in the universe is connected and has some sort of history with each other. This is a glorious time to consider all the different ways that you could come together with others. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. Today we're reading some amazing channelings from the Arcturian Council. These are channeled by Daniel Scranton. This comes in particular from the book Ascension, The Shift to the Fifth Dimension, Volume 5. It has been an incredible joy to read the channelings of the Arcturian Council over a number of episodes. They carry an energetic quality to them, meaning that the power of these channelings goes beyond the words. I believe it activates certain energies, and they are teaching lessons about ascension and reality creation and spiritual evolution. The Arcturian Council is a group of higher dimensional beings that have the desire to help us in our spiritual evolution on Earth. This episode covers a number of topics, including what the shift in consciousness is really all about, what needs to change for you to complete the shift, how to make huge leaps in spiritual progress, the steps on the stairway to heaven, the future moment that will bring humanity together, is humanity going to make it, and so much more. What the shift in consciousness is really all about. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are so very grateful for all of you who receive our transmissions and reach out to us with your desires and with your intention to connect. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we know that this is a beautiful relationship that didn't just begin in this lifetime for all of you. This is something that we have experienced for quite some time, and so have you, because we got to know all of you at some other point in our journey and your journeys. Everyone in the universe is connected and has some sort of history with each other. You can look at everyone out there in the world as someone you actually do already know, regardless of where they live or whether you'll ever meet them in this lifetime. All of that makes the connection stronger between all of us. It raises the level of compassion that we all feel for one another, and it solidifies the eventual coming together of all beings so that we may reform ourselves back into the source. Of course, we are source now. And so language doesn't really do what we are doing justice. We are remembering who we really are and who we are to each other. And when you feel a resonance with a collective like ourselves, you have remembered. And that means you have to put more pieces of yourself back together. And it means you are operating more now as a whole being than ever before while there on Earth. You have more of an awareness of your previous lifetimes, both on Earth and throughout the galaxy, and that helps to reconstruct the whole you. It means you are that much closer to operating as a source energy being, and certainly that much closer to operating as your higher self while still in a physical body. This is a glorious time to consider all the different ways that you could come together with others, even if only in your imagination for now. Part of what you are creating, there is one harmonious whole. You are co-creating a peaceful Earth with all beings loving and respecting one another. And yes, you did take the circuitous path because you wanted all the challenges along the way. You wanted to see what you were made of. And when you look within, what you are made of is unconditional love. That gives you the ability to forgive and to see another as yourself and as source. It allows you to let go of judgment, fear, resentment, and resistance, and to fit so snugly in your place within the gigantic source energy being that we all are a part of and that we all are at the same time. If you can feel for what that type of peaceful, harmonious unity feels like in your body, then you're inching closer to it. If you try to figure out how it's going to happen or what's going to bring it about, then you'll probably give up. So go for the feeling, because the feeling feels good. And the feeling is available to you right now. And you don't have to do any mental gymnastics to get there. But getting there is the point. It always has been, and it always will be. The point has never been to separate the good from the bad, no matter what you have been taught and told throughout history. This shift in consciousness is about integration, and you are doing that integrating while you connect with us and while you feel that we are a part of you and you are a part of us. And when we see and feel that happening, that's what brings us a tremendous amount of joy and satisfaction. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. What needs to change for you to complete the shift? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are elevating our consciousness slowly and deliberately because we like to savor each and every moment of that movement upward. We do not face the same challenges that you do there on Earth, however, and that does make it easier on us to be in a state of joy, while also evolving and becoming more of who we really are. You face challenges to spur on growth, because if you just got everything you wanted there in the physical, there would be no reason for you all to grow spiritually. You could get very caught up in all the bright and shiny toys of physical reality. And with all that you have there on Earth, you could remain occupied for decades in the pursuit of and the enjoyment of all the toys you have available to you. So instead, you present a challenge to yourself. Perhaps that challenge is health-related or relationship-related, and the other big one that you have is your financially related challenges. Whatever it is that you face, when you are not getting what you want there in the physical, you do tend to reach for the spiritual. You do tend to pray or meditate or start down a path that will lead to more awareness of your true nature as an infinite and eternal being. So these hardships that you face in your life are meant to get you to go deeper, to go further in your spiritual advancement. And if you see them in that way, you can embrace them. You can recognize that you still have some growth to do, no matter where you are on your journey. No matter how much you've accomplished, there is still more ground to cover. And most people want to get to the fifth dimension so that they can have all the toys that they want all the time, so that there won't be any more challenges like the ones you face on Earth today. We are not going to say that you want to complete the shift for the wrong reasons, but certainly a better reason to complete the shift would be to have the experience of becoming more of your true and whole self. And you can do that right now. You can feel for that version of yourself right now. You do not have to wait for something or someone to come along and free you from the bondage of the third and fourth dimensions in order to feel yourself as a fifth dimensional being right now. But most people will be content to wait and to continue to ask, when is it going to finally happen? The truth is that it is happening. And if you are not benefiting from the challenges and hardships that you face, then you are missing the opportunity to enjoy the ride by reaching deep within yourselves for what is there, for what takes you to the next level of consciousness without anything outside of you changing. Now, if you can get excited about that, you can shift with ease and with joy in your heart, and you won't need anything outside of you in order to feel the way that you want to feel. And that is the key to living happily ever after, whether it's on Earth, in the Pleiades, in our system, or in any star system in the galaxy. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. How to make huge leaps in spiritual progress. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very practical in our approach to our own spirituality. We look at what is working for us and what isn't, and we make changes based on what we are feeling about a particular practice or a particular focal point. Our spiritual evolution is tied to yours. It is very similar, in fact. We are growing and expanding our consciousness to move closer to Source, and that is the goal for all beings, whether they know it or not. Different people choose different paths, but ultimately, We are all headed in the same place, the same direction. We invite you to look at what is your approach to your spirituality and whether you feel that your consciousness is growing and expanding and bringing you closer to that source energy vibration that you seek and we all seek. You have to be able to feel into the different approaches that you take to your spirituality, to notice when one thing is working and another isn't. That is how your sensitivity serves you, and that is why feeling your emotions is always a good idea for you. We advise you to pay closer attention to yourself throughout the day. Notice your thoughts, your words, your actions. What is habitual about you and your life? And then ask yourselves whether what you are doing is working for you. Is it actually getting you where you want to go, or are you doing it because you think it's what you're supposed to do? There will also be approaches to spirituality that will keep you stuck in the same place, and you need to know about them. You need to know that thinking the same thoughts over and over keeps you in that same position where those thoughts are coming to you. That means it's time to make a change. It's time to alter your vibration so that you attract better feeling thoughts to you. And it's also time to catch yourself before you go down a train of thought that you know isn't going to feel good and isn't going to get you anywhere. Sometimes changing actions, even the smallest ones, can make a huge difference in your lives and in how you feel. Ask yourselves if you're pushing yourselves too much. Are you getting very rigid about your practices, about the things you think you must do in a day? And pay attention to how you feel when you talk to other people. You will always be able to tell whether what you said was helpful or not by how you feel. And maybe you think what you say will be helpful to you, but then you feel the discord as you start to talk about a topic, and that's when you have to catch yourselves. This is what spiritual growth and evolution is all about. It's about looking at yourselves, and when you do, you can make a huge leap in your progress in a very short amount of time. We are the Arcturian Council. We have enjoyed connecting with you. The steps on the stairway to heaven. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are living in what you would consider to be heaven. Our realm, our dimension is heavenly in comparison to what you're living there on earth. It is not the heaven. It is not the only heaven, but it does have that quality and that appearance, and you would be able to do all the things that you imagine you could do in a heavenly realm. You do experience the type of bliss that you can experience in a heavenly realm every once in a while there on earth, and so you must decide for yourselves what it is that puts you in that state of being, where you feel that you are in fact your version of heaven, and put yourself there as often as possible. And this may seem like a hedonistic or selfish act, but keep in mind the following. When you access that frequency that you need to be in so that you can feel that you are experiencing heaven on earth, you are literally bringing heaven to earth. You are making it more available to everyone else because you are grounding those higher frequency energies into your body, to your planet, to your grid system, and therefore everyone can indulge. You are also setting an example to others and inviting them to join you in the heavenly experience that you are having. You are showing others what is possible, and that's important because if people only look around and see others suffering, then they don't know that there's another option available to them. And finally, when you put yourself in that heavenly dimension that you carve out for yourself, you will want to teach others how to do it. Even if it's just one person, that's still something. They're still sharing the secret that you have uncovered within yourself, and it is a secret to most. This truth that you have the opportunity to vibrate at whatever frequency you choose and then to live in that vibration. And that's still a foreign concept to many, and others would laugh at the notion of it. But if you and others like you consistently demonstrate the truth that you can offer a vibration on purpose and live the reflection of that vibration in your experience, others will start to notice and wonder what it is you're doing. It's important for people to realize they have more power within them than they think they do. And you are the trailblazers. You are the ones there on the leading edge who have that capacity to show others what is possible, what is within them, and what it is you are all reaching for. Bringing heaven to earth is a real goal. Merging the two realms is inevitable, but you can do it on purpose, and you can do it now. And you don't have to wait for anything to happen outside of you to give yourselves this type of experience. You are doing it to a certain extent right now because we are projecting a heavenly vibration to you. And as you receive this transmission, you merge with that energy and you make it a part of your reality in the here and now. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The future moment that will bring humanity together. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are giving ourselves plenty of opportunities to see humanity from a variety of different angles and perspectives. We know that looking at all of you through just one narrow lens is not going to serve you or us. We also know that in order to help all of you, we need to be efficient, and we need to understand exactly what it is that you need. That's one of the reasons why so many of you meet up with us in the astral plane or at night. We can speak to you about the issues that you face as an individual and the issues that you know are in front of humanity as a whole. And also by connecting with each and every one of you, we get to see how different people experience the same thing. Everyone is having a different experience on Earth right now, because that is what is necessary in order for Source to benefit from all of this and to expand. And remember, Source is you, and you are Source. So please do not think that you are suffering on behalf of an entity that exists outside of you, and that is not you, because that is not the case. You are there as Source, pretending to be human, to have human experiences, to feel human emotions, and you are adding to that which is you. And differences and variety are what make the Earth experiences so wonderful. Sameness is not wonderful, even though you do like to hang around with people who share your interests and beliefs. It is when you have some sort of difference in opinion, you have an opportunity to do what we do. You then have the opportunity to look at something through someone else's eyes because you love that person and because you want to understand what they are experiencing. Sometimes you cannot relate to what someone else is experiencing because it is so different from your life experience and your circumstances. But you can have compassion. You can realize that the person is suffering. The person is feeling something they don't want to feel. And you can relate to that. And this is what you have in common with all of your fellow humans. And this is what will bring humanity together when people understand once and for all that you are connected through your hearts, through your feelings and through your emotions. You may never agree on the level of the mind, but you can always relate to the truth that someone else feels what you feel at times, that they are having a human experience just like you. And when you recognize that you are all one and that you are linked in so many ways, you can love each other in spite of the differences that give Source that variety. You can learn to make peace with those differences instead of defining yourselves by them and putting yourselves into little groups. Whenever one group demonizes an entire group that is different from them in some way, there is something very unnatural happening. And again, it's the mind that does this, and that is why we will always be attempting to convince you to go into your hearts and feel your feelings, the feelings that connect and bind you all together as one human family. This is who you are. This is what you are. And this is what you are there to recognize within each other. You will get to the next step after that. And the next step is recognizing the divinity in all of your fellow humans and all beings throughout the universe. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Is humanity going to make it? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are awakening within each and every one of you pathways to new realities, new timelines, new experiences, new energies, new versions of yourselves. We help to make it possible for you all to believe in the validity of these new aspects of life on Earth, these new potentials for all of you. And we do that in a variety of ways. We hold the knowing so strongly within ourselves as we connect with you, and as we sprinkle the energies that we do into your fields, that you cannot help but pick up on that knowing. We are to you what another human being is who knows exactly what they are doing and how to handle a situation that you would find anxiety-provoking, to say the least. And when you are in the presence of that person, your anxiety is automatically diminished by their certainty, by how positive they are that they can handle the situation at hand. We know that you are going to make it as individuals and as a collective, and we know that you have the potential to enjoy the experience more. You don't have to see it as something you just survive, but rather it can be a ride like none other, a joyous journey, where you are prancing through fields of tulips. You have the ability to choose. You have the ability to vibrate in harmony with the better experiences, the better timelines, the better versions of yourselves. You do get there with help. There's always help. When you are born, you have people there with you, adults, usually your parents, who know what to do. They know a little bit more about this world that you have forgotten so much about, and that gives them the capacity to help you in a variety of ways, and most often they do. You benefit from the stability of their energy, the fact that they know how to get food and get it to you, how to get clothing and put it on you, and so on. Everyone has help all the time. And when you receive help, when you become the stabilizing force of humanity, or for those closer to you, when you get to transform someone with your presence, with your knowing, with that certainty that you now have that everything is going to be all right, that humanity is going to make it, and that this shift in consciousness is inevitable. It's the ride you've signed up for. It's the only game in town, so you might as well play it. You might as well play it consciously. You might as well have fun while you're doing it. We are sprinkling those energies into your fields right now because we want you to see your own potential. We want you to see how good life there on Earth can be, and will be if you allow it to be, and if you choose it to be. And we are here for you eternally to hold that space, just as we know you are there to do the same for your fellow humans, and you have our infinite appreciation for spreading the energies around. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Additionally, we have some very current channelings from the Arcturian Council. We have from March 9th, Become Your Higher Self and Meet ETs. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have so much love for you there on planet Earth, and we know that you have much love within you for us and for the collectives in the other star systems that you are aware of. We understand your fascination with other star systems and other beings, and we appreciate that you have that desire to reach out and to connect. We also know there are many fascinating aspects of planet Earth, of your fellow humans, and of yourselves for you to explore as you continue to draw closer to the time of full extraterrestrial contact. As you discover what is interesting and exciting about humanity and life on Earth, you do feel then more worthy of contact, more worthy of the attention of the ETs you are so fascinated with. You are there to elevate yourselves, to elevate your status, so that you can align with that which is higher dimensional and higher vibrational. And you don't do that by giving us all of the accolades, all of the credit, and seeing us as the only ones in the galaxy who have it all together. You are becoming the beautiful beings that you truly are in every moment of every day. And if you can feel for that with every breath that you take, you can bring yourselves closer to the truth of who you are. You are multidimensional, infinite beings of love and light, and you deserve to experience yourselves in that way. It is time for you all to know yourselves as you truly are, and you are ready to take those next steps vibrationally to feeling it and understanding it in a very visceral way. You are ready to become your higher selves, and those of you who understand this possibility exists are doing so. and you're doing so very consciously. You're ready to embark upon many journeys, both outside of you and inside of you. And you have demonstrated that truth to us and to yourselves. As you begin to live the truth of who you really are, you will see that all possibilities do exist for you right now, and that you have already stripped away so many limitations from yourselves. You will see that you are whole and complete right now, and that you are ready to embark upon the next journey of expansion that is unique to you. And no, you don't need to know what that is in this very moment. You don't need to sit and scratch your head until you figure it out either. You just need to keep taking steps forward with that faith and that knowing that you are moving towards something that is bigger and better. And you are also going to recognize that those steps are steps that you take inside of you. As you tap into the infinite and the eternal within you, you do embark upon many journeys of consciousness that will result in you standing face to face with an extraterrestrial, and that AT will be another aspect of the you that you really are as a soul, as an aspect of source. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. March 7th. When and how are the Arcturians coming? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are quite aware of your reactions to our recent transmission about how we are coming to you, coming to Earth, and we know that some clarification is required. First of all, you want to know how, and you also want to know when. We have already been coming through Daniel here and others energetically and have been providing you with messages. You can start to receive the energy directly without needing him, and you can start getting your own messages directly as well. You've had that ability, and not everyone has utilized that ability, but now you're going to get more help from us in opening up to us energetically so that you can receive the messages as well. Now, you also may be wondering how we would appear in physical form when we do not have physical form to take. We can lower our vibration enough to create a type of holographic rendering of what we once looked like in physical form and appear to you anywhere at any time, seemingly standing right in front of you. It will be a projection of our consciousness, but you will still get to interact with us, and that energy that comprises the quasi-physical body, it will still be real energy. Now, you are all unique individuals, and so you all have different timetables that will determine when the best time is for these contact experiences to occur. You also have different levels of readiness, and some of you are ready for the more non-physical connections and communication, while others would be ready for the holographic humanoid body-looking experience. You may also want to know how you can ready yourselves for these experiences and more. The answer is quite simple. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves physically, emotionally, psychologically, and energetically. Do your work on yourself that you know you need to do by clearing those stuck emotions, releasing those old limiting beliefs, and letting go of those negative thoughts. Put yourselves in places that will naturally raise your vibration, like out in nature or with animal friends. Put yourself in water, immerse yourself, and allow the connections to occur. Don't get impatient. Don't wonder what is wrong if it's not happening for you right away. Remember that this is a journey, and it is a journey of many steps, and you will meet Arcturians at some time. Also open yourselves up to the possibility that you will meet someone else, first like a Pleiadian, like a member of the Yale race, one of your own hybrid children perhaps. You're not the only game in town, but we have had a hands-off approach to humanity for a long time, and in recent years we've been getting closer and closer to having more and more contact with you because you want it and because it's needed. Relax, trust in the perfect divine timing, and at times focus on receiving a transmission of purple energy from our red giant known as Arcturus, and or meditate on the purple Merkaba with the top half spinning clockwise and the bottom half spinning counterclockwise. We will see you soon. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. March 6th. Arcturians are coming. Arcturians are coming. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very happy to be able to bring you these transmissions through Daniel here, and we are very interested in making contact with each and every one of you. We work with your higher selves and your spirit guides on coming up with plans to make contact with those of you who would like to have contact with us. We are a non-physical collective consciousness, however. We can lower our vibrations enough to have a temporary physical vessel, and that will be the way some of you make contact with us. For others of you, it will be more appropriate for us to stay in our non-physical form and contact you through telepathic transmission and through energetic transmission. We often do set up synchronicities for you so that you will know that we are real. Many of you will experience synchronicities that pertain to this transmission, and those synchronicities will help you to recognize that we are real, and we are reaching out to you as individuals. We want you to know that we had to wait a while to be able to do this, and we waited because of your readiness, not because of our desire. We do desire to help you in all the ways that we can, and at this time, you need help preparing for physical extraterrestrial contact. You also do need to know that you're not alone in the universe before that happens. Many of you need to know that experientially, not just mentally, we will help you to adjust your physical body so that you can handle the connections that you want to make with fourth dimensional ETs. We will be giving you activations to help you withstand the energies that you will be presented with in those moments of contact that you will have. We also have become very fond of those of you who have been tuning into us and our messages, and we just want to express our appreciation, and we would like to meet you. Is that so hard to believe? You have plenty to offer the rest of us in this galaxy. Do not shortchange yourselves. Do not think of lower as worse. You are just having different experiences, and our oversouls are having different experiences simultaneous to this non-physical one as well. There is no hierarchy. There is no reason for you to get down on your knees when you meet an ET, and there is every reason for you to believe that you deserve to have contact with all kinds of extraterrestrials, because you do. You are worthy, and many of you are ready, and those of you who are not ready are being readied all the time. Keep looking to the skies and keep setting your intentions as you fall asleep to have these encounters, because we are coming, and because it helps you to expect that we are coming. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. There's a lot of interesting ground being covered in these channelings. We get an idea that the Arcturians exist in a heavenly-like state, something that is completely the same as what we envision as heaven. That it's not the only heaven, it's not the heaven, and it may seem like it's a selfish or hedonistic act, but this joy, this place that you come from, is the frequency of the higher dimensions. And you can put yourself in that heavenly dimension. You can carve it out for yourself. And you can help others to do it as well. The Arcturians advise that we grow and expand our consciousness, to sense into our expansion. That this expansion is a word that they use oftentimes. We try to get a sense for what is working for us. And if we have to make changes, we take action. Even the smallest actions can make a huge difference in our lives and how we feel. They explain the nature of challenges, that we face these challenges on purpose, that they offer us insight, catalyst. They're important parts of our own evolution. Whatever it is we face, when we are not getting what we want in the physical, we tend to reach for the spiritual. We tend to pray or meditate to start down a path that leads us to more awareness of our true nature and our eternal being. We put ourselves in this environment so that we can face the challenges, because that pushes us into that spiritual state that a part of our soul craves, and that's why we're here. No matter how much you've accomplished, there's still more ground to cover. They give us an idea that as we expand even to the fifth dimension, it is just the beginning, and we continue to learn, grow, and expand, expanding forever into source for what we are. The Arcturians emphasize that we're going to make it. We're going to make it as individuals, as a collective, and that we have the potential to enjoy the experience so much more than we are now. This is not a matter of survival. It can be a ride like no other, a joyous journey, where you're prancing through the fields of tulips, they claim. This gives us an enlightened vision of a humanity and our expansion into spiritual consciousness that does not involve constant conflict and regression. Even though I mentioned that we have these things that come up in our life, if we can face them, overcome them, it leads to the joy that they're talking about. At the end of this channeling, I read some recent channelings that were fascinating. They're saying they're going to come to us, and we're going to have some experiences where we see the Arcturians. I would love for you to listen to my interview with Lisa Royal Holt, where she talks about her own experiences in seeing extraterrestrials. And I believe that we are going to have these personalized experiences. It may be when you're alone on the road or something and you see something. It will always be in a situation where you are personally having the experience. They can project their energy down into the third dimension and create a body temporarily. And what is happening in those situations is we're receiving catalyst. We're receiving a signal from them to awaken within. It's a reminder of who we truly are. That's what they talk about in the Law of One as well, that people that have these contact experiences are personally being contacted, in many cases because of their experience in past lives, being from other planets, coming to this planet for a reason, and then out of the blue they have a contact experience, and then suddenly they're channeling or they're interested in different things than they were before. And I think that we might start having more and more experiences, and it will be frustrating because we won't be able to prove it. We won't be in a place where we can take a picture, and they do that on purpose. There has to be some mystery to it because we're still in the third dimension, and one of the key fundamental aspects of the third dimension is mystery. But we should expect to have more and more experiences as we become more and more tuned into the fifth dimension. I'd love to get your perspective on this. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com, and welcome to The Reality Revolution.